Last video, Roman, our 2001 Toyota Camry, stranded us and left us on the side of the freeway. We diagnosed the issue, and now today we're gonna throw him back together and fingers crossed, he starts, we can get him back out onto the road. We're getting things put back together, got the radiator on. Ben's putting the timing cover back on right now. What you just saw was us priming the motor. Turn the key to kind of get the crank to build up some oil pressure. Because we replaced the oil pump on this. We weren't sure if we'd have to, but I don't know, that was like 80 bucks, so here, why not? We also pulled the plugs out while we were doing that. And take a look here. Plugs do not look that great, honestly. The white tip indicates that it's been running lean. And then in cylinder 1, bunch of oil on top of the plug. Although I'm keeping it real with myself, that one's probably my fault. When I do oil changes in this car, I, for some reason, usually don't use a funnel, mostly out of laziness. And because I don't use a funnel, I spill it pretty often, and usually it goes right into cylinder 1. So we're gonna put a set of new plugs on here, wherever they went. NGK Iridium, which I hear is the good stuff. We were gonna do a valve cover gasket as well on this car, but it didn't come in on time, so thanks USPS. We'll do that another day. Nice new Denso radiator. Another little side quest that I've been on. There's this little pocket right here. There was a bunch of stuff inside of this pocket. All that on the floor over there, all this. It was trapping water and caused this rust. Not that anyone likes rust, but you returning viewers on the channel will know it is a huge pet peeve of mine. I hate rust, I hate rusty bolts, just cannot stand it. So that was a little disappointing. But we're getting it fixed and it should not be an issue in the future. I get this car crowned every year and I need to do it this year, so I'll probably just tell them to pay extra attention to that area. Otherwise though, it seems to be going well. Fingers crossed this is going to start and run and drive, and at the end of this video you're going to see this car back on the road and ripping with all of its 141 horsepower of glory. Oh, bruh. See if she starts. Oh, listen to that. Beautiful. Yep.
Don't spill it.
I'm not gonna spill it.
Sonny,
I'm not gonna spill it, dude.
are you gonna spill it?
I'm not gonna spill the oil.
All right, let's see it.
What was that?
Cap.
Okay. Well, we're good. We're so good.
You know, all the oil sitting on the backside of the intake says otherwise.
The valiant effort.
Oh, good job.
It was a
You did
valiant
it.
effort.
All right, so you pull this thing off. There's a little wave spring, don't lose that. This is a servo motor, and this thing is magnetic. And if you turn that, that's your idle air control, and it feels very sticky. So what we're gonna do is start the car and dump throttle body cleaner down there and run this back and forth. I'm ready for that. Again. That's a little idle.
There we go.
Okay, now you can feel this. It's nice and smooth. You just kind of super easy to turn now. Oh. Put it back together, idle perfect. So now we're gonna do what the previous owner did, but a little bit better. So idle control is the only current code, and that's because we ran the engine with it unhooked. So
That's it?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Clear. Oh, come on. Oh, yeah. Nice little one-wheel peel. All right, so we're into the tunnel. Here we go.
So we have fast forwarded a few weeks, 2 or 3 weeks, I'm not entirely sure. It's the week of Christmas and we worked on the car in earlier December. We've driven Roman, I want to say 600-700 miles, give or take, since doing all the work. And I'm happy to report that everything is well. This is the most sorted this car has ever felt in my ownership of him. I say that, of course, there being a check engine light and the brake light, which are other little things for us to fix down the road. Oh, look, the brake light went away. Interesting little thing on that. I was told by Ben that that brake light comes on for the brake fluid sensor and also for the e-brake. So when I see that light on, I keep thinking, you know, push my e-brake down, but it is down. And the check engine light is for an exhaust leak, which we created by using the wrong gasket between the mid-pipe and the header. It's actually why it sounds louder than a stock one would. For now, I don't really care. I'll fix it later. I'll get the correct gasket. Toyota didn't have them at the time, so we got kind of screwed by timing. I was reading all of your guys' comments on the last video. I was so happy to see so many of you still driving these around or other Camrys. When I first bought this car, I didn't really expect to see so many other car people also driving Toyota Camrys, but for me, it just kind of makes sense. And I guess for everyone else, it made sense too, because Camry is just kind of the answer when you need a car. You need a car, you buy a Toyota Camry. It's got room in the interior, it's got tons of trunk room, and they're, you know, cheap and reliable. Toyota Camry is the answer. So it was cool to see a lot of you saying that you know, were still driving yours in addition to your other fun cars. Final verdict on the timing job. I actually think a couple of you commented that the previous owner maybe installed a Gates water pump, and I think that was the case. When I was looking at Rock Auto, that was one of the other options for a timing kit, and reading other reviews online, it seems like a lot of people have not had good luck with those. So I suspect the previous owner did install that on this car, and the water pump, you know, failed, given the bearings were not round. I love how much character this car has. It's just, oh nice, it's a 440i. There's nothing special about it. It's just kind of quirky and old, and I love it. 4-speed automatic, really slow gearbox, 141 horsepower. There's really nothing in this car, but it's just fun. I don't know. I just kind of enjoy driving it, and I will say it's really comfortable, and the wind noise is pretty low relative to the caliber of car it is. That's it. Roman, our cheetah car, is fixed and he is ready to have many more miles put on him, which should be the case because it's a 130,000 mile Toyota Camry that's just broken in for one of these things. They go for 300 plus all the time, especially with the 4,000 mile oil changes I'm doing, which I probably don't actually need to do. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see more content with, well, our Camry, comment down below and like the video. It tells me that you guys enjoy this kind of content. That's your way of telling me that you want to see more of it. The next video you'll see with this car is going to be kind of like an ownership review of what it's been like, 2 years driving, daily driving, well, an old car, honestly. Subscribe if you're new to the channel, take care, and we will see you in the next video.
Feels like I've been